First, I was trained as a psychoanalyst. And I was a bit disappointed to find out during my training that psychoanalysis is not the method to treat, for example, adolescents with conduct disorder. So those patients were regarded as not being suitable for psychoanalytic treatments. But I wanted to treat them. I mean, this was the reason why I started that training. So I was a bit frustrated, and I tried to learn from Otto Kernberg, for example, if his approach would be something that we could work with. But he told me that he would not treat antisocial personalities at all because they are dangerous and it's psychotherapy is not working. And then I was very inspired when I found out that Peter Fonagy actually had the opposite idea, that this is, and Anthony Bateman as well, so that we have a neglected group of patients that we can actually reach by using mentalization-based treatment. And this is why I developed a treatment, and it seems to work. So we did a feasibility study on it, and it's possible if you, so this is a different stance, I think, than classic psychoanalysis has. So we are not waiting for an insightful patient, but we are trying to create the ability to be insightful. So we're turning the thing around. And so this is, I think, very helpful for this group of patients, and you can actually reach them. And you have to actively engage them. So it's not a passive psychotherapist waiting for the optimal patient to show up, but you're actively reaching out to a patient and trying to convince this patient that this would be good to work together by respecting autonomy. So this is very important. So you are in the not knowing stance with this kind of treatment. And this is good for these adolescents because they don't need people patronizing them. They had this experience. So, yeah, and I think this is a reason why they drop out of other treatments when therapists become patronizing and not engaging. So the biggest challenge is that they don't want to go to treatment. They don't think that they have a problem. They have disorganized, insecure attachment. So they don't think that attachment relationships is something that they can profit from. They actually avoid attachment relationships. And then they are in an age that they want to get rid of their parents and they don't want a new parental figure in their life. So you have a very different starting point if you want to engage this group. So, and well, my experience is that they, in the beginning, so they are sent from somebody else. So normally they're not motivated on their own, but this is okay for me. I don't need a very motivated patient to work with. I can create this motivation in the first 3 sessions if it works well. And it normally does work well. And then they test me. So in the first session, if I work with conduct disorder, they tell me something, a crime that they committed, something antisocial. And when I can deal with antisocial behavior in a humorous way, for example, and in a relaxed way, then they can stay. But if I start telling them, you should do that, then they're gone. I think there are 3 points. I hope I can memorize them while talking. So the first thing I already mentioned. So we have to move out of our comfort zone. So we have to go to the patient instead of waiting for the patient. And related to that, we need to work on stigmatization of psychotherapy because still a lot of patients don't come to therapy because they think that they cannot be helped. Psychotherapy is stigmatizing especially with adolescents. So adolescents think that they are considered crazy if they go to psychotherapy and that they are brainwashed at psychotherapy. So we need to work on our reputation. And the third is we need to do much more prevention. So we don't want to wait until a patient is chronically ill. We want to prevent it from the knowledge that we gain from psychotherapy because we know how mental disorders are created. So we can do something.